A news story just talked about an amazing event. XRP's price reached an all-time high of $1,427. This is a big deal because 30% of the world's banks could start using it. 30% might not seem like much at first, but it covers a huge part of the banking region. It's interesting that Ripple is said to be appealing to almost a third of the banks in the sector, and we have all the proof we need to support this in the present day. The question now is whether these banks are using Ripple to its best potential. It seems not to be anymore. Our conversation today will go into more depth about this subject. We will also talk about some new information that suggests Ripple is almost ready to go public by the end of March. If this trend continues, XRP's price could reach an all-time high of $8.97 in just over a month as we head toward the end of March. Hi Help Coin family, welcome back to the place where you can find everything about XRP. Before we dive into the heart of today's entertainment options, quickly get in touch. Please give me a small choice. Before you hit that like button, make sure you hit subscribe and ring that bell to join our top-notch network. Also, here's a heads up. As we get closer to 60,000 subscribers, we're getting ready for a great XRP offer. There are easy ways to enter the giveaway. Just do these 3 easy things. Make sure you are tuned in and ready. Also, don't forget to leave a code in the comments to make sure you get my prize. It's interesting that SBI holds on to my own money that's due for about 4% of all global bank deposits made through global debts. In the big picture, SBI should have a huge 4% share of the 30% global banking zone, which means they should definitely adopt Ripple's era. This is just the tip of the storm, though. Additionally, Ripple has formed an important relationship in Brazil, where it will launch its on-demand liquidity services with the help of the Brazilian central bank. Taking into account what we've recently talked about when we talk about the BRICS countries, it's just one piece of the global picture. If you watched my last movie, you might think that we looked at how every member of the US, including China. In order to get quick cash and connect with other important financial institutions and virtual currencies, Brazil, South Africa, Russia, and India have direct links with Ripple. They are responsible for about 29% of the world's economic output when you compare their GDP to that of the whole world. Which brings us to an exciting idea. Should the BRICS countries decide to work with Ripple together, it could have huge effects. I talked a lot about this in a past video where I talked about how possible it is to add CBDCs to the XRP ledger and what steps are already being taken. It's impossible to stress how important the XRP ledger is in this situation. It is very important to the way the economy is changing, which is why, as we wait for the next bull market, the ability for Ripple's production gets even more attention. After the Federal Reserve made a public statement, the conversation about Ripple's growing role in the business world took a big turn. They said that XRP and XLN might want to play important parts in supporting the blockchain basis in their new FedNow price machine. The Federal Reserve pointed out that working with metallic blockchain was a key step in making the switch from cash to stablecoins go smoothly, closing the gap between traditional banking systems and the autonomous finance zone in a good way. People in the United States can now make instant domestic payments using third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal, or they can use digital Bitcoin wallets. But FedNow is about to change everything about this. The platform is still in its test stage, but over 120 organizations, including well-known names like Us.Thankx and Exchange Bank, as well as many charge processes and solution providers, have already signed up to use it. This development not only shows that blockchain technology is becoming more popular and is being used in more traditional financial services, but it also marks a key moment in the coming together of traditional banks and the new world of decentralized finance. Ripple, a major player in the fields of payment, border movement, answers, and distributed ledger generation, is set to play a major role in the FedNow initiative, which is being run by the Federal Reserve and Stellar Lumens XLM. It is known for its blockchain-powered network that makes foreign transactions faster and cheaper. It will almost certainly be added to FedNow. This is where the story takes an interesting turn. Just 8 hours ago, a headline said that the fintech XRP was going to skyrocket to $1,427, which means that 30% of foreign banks were adopting it. It's an amazing improvement that shows how powerful blockchain and banking can be. According to The Thing, the huge rise in XRP's value to $1,427 is because 30% of the sector's banks are using it to pay for old border bills. This step of adoption is a huge call for XRP, which will send its price to incredible heights as XRP prices rise. It's not just a victory or Ripple, it's also a sign of hope for buyers. More information is added to the story when it is revealed that XRP's market share is almost 30%. This suggests that even more people will start using it in the global financial system. Just 6 days before, in a shocking change. Reviews said that XRP transfers should be worth more than $1.2 quadrillion, which would make its chargeable amount $10,000. This marks a huge change as financial institutions begin to use the XRP system and its virtual assets in more useful ways. The knowledge is out there and can't be argued with. Ripple's buyback software is now more than just an idea. It is true that things are happening faster than anyone thought they would. When it comes to buying XRP, Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, is not just thinking about it. As a recent record note pointed out, Ripple starts a big buyback and gets rid of almost $1 billion worth of XRP. This flow shows that a lot of people are confident in XRP's price and its future in the financial world. The story gets more complicated when it comes out that the Federal Reserve isn't just watching from the sides, they're very interested in making XRP a key part of the world's charging networks. The effects are huge, and predictions say that XRP's price will rise to between $12 and $22 per coin once major banks around the world start using it. This skyrocketing value shows how XRP has the ability to completely change the way money works around the world. It has also been confirmed that Google's insights are in line with this path, stating that the Federal Reserve wants to use XRP because it is so good at solving world price problems. This set of trends is a huge step forward for Ripple and XRP. It puts them at the forefront of new money ideas and could change the way people pay for things around the world. We have some very important leak files in our hands, and we're about to tell you what they contain. Over time, it's becoming clearer that the Federal Reserve has been interested in XRP for a while now. A few weeks ago, the Federal Reserve stated that it planned to use XRP around the world, which is in line with the ISO 4217 trend. This big plan was supposed to be put into action by the end of 2023, but it has been held up for a shocking amount of time. As a result, XRP is not being widely used as a previously recognized forex, even though regulators have given the go-ahead. Today, XRP is listed in a well-known company along with major currencies released by governments and major financial institutions such as the US dollar, the euro, and the Canadian dollar. But things get more complicated when similar information comes out about the Federal Reserve's plans to rent out the XRP virtual currency. Google read highlight tips from Kikuchi, a central source that you can trust, who says that the XRP public chain should be used to make the Aspect chain. Professional Kegi says that this method would let the Federal Reserve price range connect directly with the private zones. This would lead to new ways of working together and technological progress that have never been seen before. And this is just the beginning. The head of the US Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has made it clear that the country is making big investments to build up new fair payment systems, pointing out a time when economic technology, virtual property will change everything. Please keep in mind that I am no longer a licensed economic marketing expert. The information in these movies is only meant to be entertaining. Before making any business decisions, I always tell my viewers to do their own research and talk to experts. Thanks for listening.